Good morning. Welcome back to Morning Qi Gong. This is the Levi Tai Chi School. I am Lao Shi Paul Nettles, and it is Tuesday, October the 26th. Almost Halloween time. And the weather is still somewhat feeling like Halloween. It's not superbly cool out here, but it's nice enough to still be very enjoyable. And it's nice enough to remind us that the cool is coming. So those of us who are not the biggest fans of the heat have some respite on the way, which is awful nice. Little late start. Sorry about that. Had a lot of things on my plate this morning to take care of before I could get out here, and my timing was just a little bit off, but hope you can forgive me. For those of you who are watching me recorded, you get off easy. Doesn't matter if I'm late. A quick announcement. I did forget yesterday to mention that I do have to serve grand jury duty on Tuesday, tomorrow the 27th. And so I will not be able to do any video at all Tuesday. That is a all-day thing, which takes up a lot of time and a lot of emotional energy. So no class Tuesday, at least live. I certainly hope you can find opportunity to practice. At this point, unless you're brand new at this point, you certainly should know the form forward and backward. And since we had the deep dive yesterday on Quan Ti sits on throne, or Tuesday. I'm sorry, today's Monday, isn't it? Not Tuesday. Today is Monday. Tuesday is grand jury day. So Monday the 26th to Tuesday the 27th is grand jury. Sunday's deep dive class on Quan Ti sits on throne should have you absolutely perfect at Quan Ti sits on throne. So no excuse not to lead your own self through class tomorrow, Tuesday, and we'll resume Wednesday as always, 8 a.m. Central Standard Time for live class. And I think my very brief chat this morning might be based on speed, because as I said, I had a lot of little tasks this morning. I allowed myself to sleep in late this morning, about half an hour, because we've been working very hard at getting the brewery open. My best friends are opening a brewery in Pineville, Fighting Hand, and we have been lending them as much physical effort as we possibly can to help get everything squared away at the best possible cost. So we've been putting in some late hours, and yesterday was no exception. A lot of fun, but we got home a little late, didn't get to bed till late, and so I opted to sleep in a little bit this morning, and that threw me off pretty badly. Oddly enough, it takes me an hour and a half to get from waking up to the alarm to being out here for 8 a.m. And my body seems to have gotten pretty accustomed to that hour and a half, or my mind has. So this morning, everything was condensed down by half an hour, and I ended up running late and moving fast, trying to get through it. And as much as I dislike tropes and old wives' tales statements, haste most definitely makes waste. I hate even saying it. It sounds so hokey, but you know, it's shockingly true. There is, as with myth, in these old sayings, there is very much a kernel of truth. When I get agitated mentally, if I get in a rush, if I get in a hurry, if I get the feeling that I have to get something done quickly so I can go on to the next thing, I start making mistakes. I start getting sloppy. If I build a scale model quickly, it comes out poorly. If I build it slowly, it comes out beautifully for the most part. If I wake up at 6:30 and go through my morning and make breakfast for the wife and I, and clean cat boxes and brush teeth and do all the things you do in the morning, that I do in the morning, I can usually get out here at 8 a.m. with time to spare, with mosquito repellent on and everything, with a nice uniform on. And this morning, I lost half an hour and went fast, and everything kind of went to pieces. Not badly. I don't mean to say that it's gone to complete hell in a handbasket, but it didn't move as smoothly as it usually does. And that's important. We are here to learn a gentle hand on the reins, a gentle discipline with ourselves. And that discipline, I think, very much involves moving slowly. Not necessarily in our thought processes. Our thought processes will never really slow down until we're affected by advanced old age or some other outside force. I mean physically. Physically slowing down can really wreak some changes in you if you let them. I have gotten to the point where I realized when I'm not going slow how badly things go. I have realized the necessity, the joy in going a little slower. Am I very slow? No, I don't think I'll ever be radically different from what I have learned to be over the last 50 years or so. My best friend is very painstaking in everything he does. He is a luthier. He repairs guitars and so forth. And his patience with woodworking, with doing construction, with doing anything is staggering. He does not get in a rush. And I think over the years he has learned to really perfect that mindset that rushing does not help anything, does not fix anything. It makes matters worse. Chris is very, very patient. He will, well, if you've ever known a carpenter, you know the old adage, measure twice, cut once. Chris will measure 5 or 6 times. He'll measure several times in his head, several times in person. He'll get everything ready for the cut and then measure a few more times. It is almost frustrating to work with Chris, but it's not, because there is an important lesson there. There's an opportunity there, and I'm going to tie it back to having to have jury duty. As always, it's in our perception, how we phrase that, how we tell the story to ourselves. I get frustrated because I want to move fast, and there's a lesson there. There's a lesson for me to slow down a little more, that I can minimize to a profound effect the errors that crop up in my work because I go too fast. And that urgency, that need to hurry up and finish, that's always been a hallmark of my work, needs to be tempered down a little bit. There's an issue there. The lesson there is coming from Chris. I need to slow down. It's not that he's frustrating, it's that I am moving too fast. I don't have to have jury duty. I could find some excuse, I'm certain, but it is my civic responsibility to have jury duty, to sit in that grand jury, to listen to those really difficult cases and not be emotionally engaged with them, and to make a wise decision with the other 11 members of the grand jury as to how this case should proceed through the court system. It's a vitally important thing. When I look at it as I have to do it, that sets me up for a resentment, for an unwillingness to be there, and that makes that day, and it is a day, it's usually about 8 hours, that makes that day very, very difficult. It's already difficult. Adding that in makes it manifold times more difficult. So I am allowed to serve my civic duty to you, to the city, to I think the parish in this case, and it's my responsibility to do so with a clear head and an open conscience and a dollop of wisdom. think that's my mindset. It needs to be my mindset, certainly. So I'm going to make it so. I'm going to make it happen. So I don't have to have jury duty tomorrow. I get to have jury duty tomorrow. I am privileged to have been selected to sit in a grand jury and make good decisions. So hold that in mind today as you go through your day. And I don't mean to sound saccharine sweet, and I will never be one of those people who are eternally happy. I am a realist. Of all things, I'm a realist. I know that I will never become one of those people who are boundlessly enthusiastic and happy constantly, and I think enlightenment for me is probably a very long way away, and that's okay. I'm going to work a day at a time, as we are right here, a step at a time, as we are right here, and I will proceed and improve slowly. I want to share something very quickly with you, and then we'll begin the class. There is a great story, a koan, a parable in the Hindu faith, to my understanding, that involves a very wise man sitting under a tree that's in full leaf in the shade in the heat of the day. He's meditating, and in his meditations he comes into a plight, and he cries out, "Krishna, when will I be off the wheel? When will I finally have been reborn enough times that I can leave the wheel and enter nirvana, when I can stop this endless cycle of reincarnations?" And Krishna appeared and sat in front of him and said, your task, your reincarnations will be as numerous as the leaves on this tree before you reach nirvana. And the holy man looks up and says, "So few?" It really is, as much as it pains me to say sometimes, because it's not who I learned to be over the last half decade, but it's true. Your perceptions, your opinions, the words you use to yourself, the way you move forward is vitally important to everything. So, let us move slowly and mindfully through the next half an hour and see if we can't maybe change our perceptions of what it means to be moving at a good pace this morning. Lifting the heavens. Breathe out. Owl gazes backwards. Breathe out. Draw a bow. Breathe out. Stars fall to earth. Breathe in. Lion wags tail. breathe out. Marry heavens and earth. Breathe in. Quan Ti sits on his throne. Breathe in. And lastly, stamp the earth. Last one. I think in my haste I didn't apply mosquito repellent well enough. So the waste side of that equation is that I have been bagging mosquitoes all morning, which is not conducive to good focus. So today, my task for you, my goal for you, is to slow down just a little bit. Not ridiculous, no excesses of lack of speed, just a little bit. Think about it today when you got an opportunity, when you're doing whatever you do during your day, whether you're washing dishes or going to work or working or winding down, playing with a dog, whatever you're doing, try to slow just a little bit, see what happens. All right, tomorrow, of course, no class, grand jury duty. So I will just put a little note on the Facebook page, mentioning as such. The issue with saving and uploading to YouTube seems to have fixed itself. So if you're a YouTube user, I hope you've come back, and I hope to have another continuous series of videos, not some gaps in the middle there, due to missing videos with save issues. I'm not sure what transpired there. I kept getting little gray boxes with exclamation points in it in my gallery on my phone, and I don't know what caused that, but it seems to have cleared up. I hope you get to enjoy today as best you can. Got nice cool weather so far. I think there's another storm coming ashore here next couple days. We'll be on the porch if we have to. We'll do what we have to keep being here for you and with you. This is a with you thing. This is not being done to you or at you. This is inclusive. I want you with me as best I can get you, whether it's by video or in person at the museum on Saturdays. This is inclusive. I want you here with me. It's better when I know someone's out there watching. All right, so you have a wonderful day. Make good use of this energy you have cultivated. so effectively, so efficiently, and so slowly. As always, please keep yourself safe and be well.